I did it again. I don't know why that keeps taking itself on mute. What's up, Chad? I'm going to start over here because I was muted. Weekly's curving up. We have some curvature, bullish divergence on the weekly. I'm looking at link, and I'll show you why as we get down to the lower time frames here. 5 days, nothing different. The 3-day, we have divergence starting from here, right? We come down, divergence, we come up. This is a bounce zone. It's a long zone. The curvature's still continuing. One thing I don't love is that the money flow kind of made like an even bottom here. So that can kind of be canceling out. But I'm not going to look too far into that. I'm just going to take it today. I'm going to take today as today. The 2-day, I'm going to go down to the daily. We'll just go right to the daily because it doesn't matter. What I am noticing on the daily right now is we have divergence to the downside, right? We have bearish divergence on the oscillator. Money flow it came out. Yeah, we're coming back into the green, but this can just be like an oscillator reset, right? We came up a little bit. We can just come right back over, and this can continue down. This is a short zone. There's no arguing it, right? I mean, whether you want us to go short or not, it's a short zone. This is actually a daily. Let's go daily. Let's go daily. I don't have a daily bear, so let's go 1 day. OBAM, save you. 1 day bear. What's up, Fred? We're in it, right? We're in the zone. We're here. And then what I also wanted to show, we have hidden bearish, right? We have a lower high, but we have a higher high. So this is an oscillator reset. And we may just be coming down to come back up, right? If you look at this fib pull here, maybe grab the liquidity off of this wick. This wick. I don't know why my words aren't working today. Maybe we're coming down to the golden pocket. Come back up. I don't know. Then you drop down 10 hour, 8 hour. We are starting to put in some divergences here, guys, some bearish divergences. 4 hour, it's a lot more obvious, right? Coming down, coming up. Go to the hourly. Look at this curvature on the hourly. Look at this. Look at this. Boom. Even if you want to call this a flat top, it doesn't matter. This curvature, this is like if price action was going up, but the oscillator was doing this, it was going just straight, that'd be like, I think it's called exaggerated. I don't really know the proper term for it. I just know that more often than not, it's showing exhaustion in the trend. And where we are, it just makes a lot of sense. Now, is this going to drag out and then we're going to, we can flip up long again? We could. But because of where we are, we flipped bearish. We came back up, right? We SFP'd the high here. As you can see here, SFP. And we still have it, right? You drop down to the 24 or 30-minute 2, but we have it, right? From here, coming up. This is constantly coming down. We're at a roll point. Here. Came up. We have an order block here we tapped into. If you want to, this is also internal supply. We're in it. We are here. My back is killing me. Yeah, we're here, guys. To me, this is a short zone. I would love, come all the way up here. Because that would just, it would give me so much better, R&R. Enter here, stop loss here. If we can get a retest, even better. But I don't know if I would necessarily feel the need to do that if I'm waiting for like a 1 or 2 minute reversal here. Because we got to see, we came up into this 5 minute, we got to flip. 2 minute, do we get a flip and retest? That is the question. I mean, maybe. Excuse me. Yeah, we came down. We came up here with this guy. We did dip back into supply. Are we going to go up higher? Or are we just going to take this and go? We'll find out. But this is the same thing, right? We're coming up. Oscillator's kind of flat. Money's coming out. It just looks like this wants to come up and roll. Right? So if I'm not wrong, and then if we break this low, I can't help but target this guy down here, right? So we have a bullish 1 hour. And then, inside of this whole thing, we got this whole thing is a demand zone. You can't ignore it, right? And then if you were to do something like this, right, double bottom measured target, just makes sense, right? Everything is lining up for at least a cool off, right? Whether it's to come down to this demand zone to grab more liquidity before we continue up, or if we're going to come all the way. I know this is purple, but sometimes I just prefer the purple over the blue. Go up to the 4 hour. Are we going to come down for this liquidity here? Because if you pull a fib from low to high, right? Boom, right? Golden pocket, maybe grab this liquidity. Maybe grab this liquidity. Or you could be looking at something like this, and this also lines up with that 1 hour order block. So those are take profits. If we can get into this, these are take profits. And then we'll see what the oscillator does, right? I mean, if the oscillator's still screaming out, maybe I'll leave a little bit. If it gets a little neutral, once we get down to these zones, maybe I'll just maybe leave like 20% in for the low. And if we break it, great. If not, I'll look for an entry somewhere else again. But it does look fairly short to me. Let's go to Bitcoin. Let's go back to the weekly. Yeah, see, this still looks super strong, but this can take a while to play out. Monthly. What's the 2 week looking like? Another green dot. See, this is some strong shit, but I'm not saying that we're not going to rip. I'm not saying that's not in the deck of cards here, but what may happen is this double bottom plays out. We do something like this and come down and then go, right? Because that weekly can take a while. What a 4 day quick. Yeah, see, like oscillator is getting to a bounce point. If we're going to keep this curvature, this is gonna roll soon. Doesn't have to, but it's a roll zone. And it's golden pocket. We SFP'd this high here. There's a lot going on here that. Let's just go back. That's better. There's a lot going on here that kind of adds up. Even if we come down, right, and we grab this guy. Daily naked point of control, 4 day order block. The whole thing is demand. I mean, there's reasons. Or is this just a retest? I mean, if you zoom out, right? If you get off of the alts and you look at Bitcoin, if this was the top, they were coming down, double bottom, retest, coming back into supply, into this fib, higher range, grabbing all these late shorters to the party, right? Getting all that liquidity. And then we go down even further, right? To fill more of this range. Grab the liquidity here of the late longers, even more of it. We have a lot of options. Be aware of all of it. Let's see something. What'd you guys think of that short clip? Not great, but not terrible, right? It wasn't terrible. Terrible. Where is this? Cool. Where? Yeah, that's what I'm looking at, guys. I still want this stuff to be filled. Yeah, the daily SFP, right? Up here. That's what I'm saying. It's, this is an oscillator reset potentially, right? Right? Because if you look at this guy here, right, we have this high, and let's just say that it's this high here, right? Say it lines up perfectly. It doesn't need to, because you go a different time frame, it's going to line up better, right here. Boom. We SFP'd it, and this is nowhere close. So, like, is this just resetting here? I don't know. Over here, lower high, higher high. Like it just, there's a lot of divergences going on. A lot of mixed signals. Yeah, we have this order block up here too. I wouldn't hate to come touch. It's a 12 hour. Is it a daily too? No, it's not. 16. We tapped that 16. I remember drawing that. It's all right. 12-hour works. That's still juicy. Why? I'm on, yeah. You want to come join? No? Okay. And see, we got the divergence, but the money flow is potentially curving up. VWAP could be curving up on the 4 hour. Potential trigger wave on the 2, right? So there's mixed reviews. So we got to be careful. Mixed reviews, mixed signals. We got divergence coming out, right? All the way. Boom. Money flow. Boom. It's going to come up to roll back over on the hourly. Obviously, the hourly stuff is going to play out before. The hourly oscillator is going to show signals before the 4 hour. It's just how it works. Same thing here. Curving down still. I mean, red dot, green dot, red dot print. Boom. We roll. Roll and roll and roll and roll the book. 15 minutos. That's a week break, but I wouldn't. $15 is a 12. No, but do we come and grab that? We did tap it. What's the 5? We got any good 5s? We got a 5 here, and that's it. 5 here. So if we do come up, 5-minute bear. A 5-minute bear. And then I wonder, do you remember that time in September? Those aren't the words? They're my words. Anybody else have a wife that just can't stand but to correct you any chance she gets? Yeah, this could be the retest here. Or this can just be a fake out to grab liquidity for the upside, right? Because we came down. We broke out. We come down to come back up. Right, it could be the... Did we SFP this? Yeah, we did. Right, boom, came down. We break up. We come down, grab all the late longers here. More orders get filled. Yeah, Link doesn't disagree with that, right? Doesn't disagree with that. We'll see if we're going to roll here or not, though. If not, like I said, I would like to come up to this 30-minute, 15-minute order block. We got to see. I'm not convinced on this short just yet. We'll see if we can get another break. If not, I'll take it. If we get the flip up here, I'll take it. But I'm not going to take this one. Oh, boy. Oh, yeah. Excuse me. What's everybody else looking at? Anybody agree with me? Anybody think I'm crazy? Talk to me. Solonzo looks long. Once again, makes sense. Where's the structure valid? 4 hour, definitely. Yeah. Right? Look where we are. And we got the flip. Boom, 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 boom. We got the retest. Remember, it's Saturday, dude. Saturday sucks. We came down. Boom, you take it. And you just, right now, you probably just leave your stop loss right below this, break even, or move it up a little bit for some profit and just see what happens. It looks down to me, but The higher time frame says this is a bounce zone. And if it is, there's no reason you can't come up to come back down or just blow up to the upside. What's XRP looking like? It was looking bearish last night. I went fishing until about, I don't know, 12:30. I took a peek at XRP and it just didn't look great. I'm sure from the top SFP and partial fill on VWAP retest. On Biddy? You're a Biddy guy. I know you're a Biddy guy. You're talking about what SFP? You're talking about this wick here on the other side? This wick here? Jay? From on here? Oh, that's cap blocks. It's not shift. Always BTC, yeah, I know. Yeah, but if you look back, I think it was the last 2, 3 Saturdays, guys. We've just dumped, right? Yeah. Okay. More of a range, I guess, but we've come down. We've moved. Where's Saturday? So we got Saturday here. We kind of ranged. By the time you wake up Sunday, we've moved up. So it's more of an Asia time frame. Saturday here, right? We're moving up. Sunday, or I guess we're ranging into Sunday. Give me another one. Saturday, a little bit of range until Sunday down PF. So I mean, it's small. It consolidates. But then by the time you wake up, a lot of times on Sunday, there's already movement because, at least for me, I'm New York time. They just do the damn thing, or we don't. Yeah, this oscillator still looks like it wants to roll over, right? Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Yeah, I was messaging somebody today who was asking for a little more guidance on things, and it seems like they may need a coaching call, but they're very hesitant because some previous people pretended to know what they were doing and charged them a lot of money, and they paid it, and they got absolutely nowhere with it because that person didn't even know what the heck they were doing either. It's really upsetting. It's a shame. Right? You trust people, and then just because they charge you a decent chunk of change, you think they know what they're doing. Not always the case. Solana. Yeah, see, like come on, just agree, just do it, do it. What's Erythrium doing? Yeah, we're still ranging here in our little supply. It's a 10-hour supply, I believe, and a 4-hour. Yeah. What time frame did you enter, Jay? Did you enter after the daily confirmed the SFP, or did you see the SFP forming? Did we get like some other type of confirmation for you to enter before it finished, or did you get a good entry after it closed? Let's see if I can find something juicy on it. I'm just gonna put that there. Drop down to the 4. No entry here. So even though on the daily it's right here, it's just different, right? This is the wick. This is the SFP. Jumped onto the hourly. See, now it's over here. 15-minute. I don't care. That doesn't really bother me too much. Yeah. So if you entered on candle close, which would be, let's go back to the daily. Actually, let's do this. It'd be right there. 15-minute. Yeah. See, it's not a terrible entry. But we didn't get the break. 15 and confirmed on 30 and above. So you got another 30-minute candle close. I'm not mad at that at all. It's a hell of a snag. See, I would have gotten on this because on the hourly now, right? I'll keep moving my lines for you. The hourly is here. Now the 15 is here. You don't have to go any crazier than that. Now you drop down to that 5-minute. You see that it's happened, right? We come down, boom. Watch. I'm going to get rid of this. And we know it's this high, right? I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to clean it up a little bit. Clean it up. Clean it up. All right. Good trade, Jay. And good example, too. Right, so what are we doing? We're coming up. Ignore that first wick or whatever leg. We break structure, right? We have a change of character, break a structure to the downside, which is I consider a change of character. What do? We come back up. Okay. Do you need to pull a fib? I would, right? Swung failed to 786. Boom, I'm in. Boom, I'm in. You know, I probably would have gotten here, especially down with this, with this break here. And I probably would have covered it, and I probably would have gotten stopped out, and I would have been mad. But you can also pull your fib from up here, golden pocket, right? So like one way, shape, or form, it's still a zone, it still works. But this is what I'd have been looking at. And if that's the case, 786 close would be there on that candle, and I'd be right here. There you go. Right? If what we are thinking, right? Because I think you and I are on the same potential page. All right. If we come back for this retest, took profits of golden pocket out of 75. If you're looking there, would you be looking down here for TP, or are you pulling a fib from here? I mean, it doesn't matter. You get me in here and we get like a 5-minute flip. I'm probably taking half off the table. If not, all depends on other factors. That's a really good trade, Jay. I mean, you take it there to 22-1. You're not arguing that. I'm not arguing that, right? People may say like, "Oh, that's not much." Well, it's because you don't have a lot of money. You do this with a $25, a $50, a $100,000 account, and you get a trade like this where the stop loss is 0.3%. If you're risking 1%, you're on 3x leverage. So 22 times 3, right? Come on, guys, 66%. That's a hell of a trade. And that's if you risk 1%. You're risking 2%. That's 120%. Banger, and that's just this. Granted, it's going to take a little while, right? May eat at your heartstrings a little bit, but let's say you do, 80% right here, 90% right here, in case we just boom. You're down here, 50% times by that's 150%. And now you're in the money. You're a VWAP guy. I'm not. Let's see. Let's take a peek. Let's look at Link quick. Yeah, it's behaving. Okay, if we get this break of structure, guys, we got to look. I'm just going to do this. If we got this. We got to break a structure. You got to watch out for a rejection here. But the oscillator is saying it could go down. So for me, it may be worth, if we get something like this to hop in here. And if we come down here, maybe you're putting stop loss to break even. Maybe even taking a little bit of profit off the table, putting stop loss to break even. And then see what else happens. Because more often than not, you're going to get another move, right? Just it could be tonight and you could be sleeping. But like if we do this, I know that's not perfect, but, you're getting on this retest here, you're getting on the break here, assuming this didn't stop you out. There's options. I like that, Jay. I like it a lot. Hope it pans out for you. Hope it pans out. Right now, I'd have my stop loss right above this guy, break even, probably a little bit into profits. The second we break this, If we get some sort of retest, what the, we get something like that. Stop loss is going here, and I'm just going to follow. That'd be sweet, man. Cross my fingers for you. There's a lot of stuff going on, but like you start looking at these higher time frames, right? Even if you're looking at a 4 hour, if that's a daily SFP, that means we're coming low, right? We may not take this low, but we're going to be coming down somewhere in here. And there's reasons to do so, right? We got a bunch of naked point of controls. We have all this liquidity here, order block here, fib pulls in here. There's reasons to come lower. 4 hour, I mean, we break this double bottom, get a retest, and it's going to place double bottom. I mean, you're probably looking at something like down to here somewhere. I mean, and that's still a hell of a trade. But like, if you guys look and right, we get the retest, we come down. Right, what is this one? Another 786 retest. What do we do? We take our time. Yeah, this, depending on how you moved your stop loss and whatnot and where you got in, this was a great entry, but that could have stopped you out. But either way, like, moral of the story is it comes down, right? Just find an entry up here. If not, enter on this. It's like you zoom in, you'll see it, and then you're here, right? And this is your target. And we tap it, and we come right back up. Right? Like on this pull here, this is your technical target. Because if this is a 16-hour or a daily or a 2-day, 3-day, 4, whatever it is, if this is truly the rejection zone, the target's this low, and we executed. It just took, let's say you got in here. It took 12 days. It's a long time to sit in these trades, right? Especially for a scalper. Right? I'm normally in and out in like, excuse me, 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours max. It could be juicy. SFP come up to come down. I'm gonna get rid of this, but you all get the gist. Link is the same concept, except we got the 30-minute change up here, right? We SFP'd, break, maybe a little retest, and if we could break that, I'd feel a lot better. And if we break this, it can go back into that range that we were in the bear market, right? We broke out, it was like 1,000 days or something, whatever this is, all right? Tapped into it, we went, come back down, maybe come down and grab a little more. We didn't touch this guy. We're just going to go long demand. Or this can absolutely not happen. Who knows? Open mind. And XRP looks like it wants a little bit of both, really. Right? If this comes up, this target's like $12, $15. Yeah, $15, almost even. Right? You take this, and that's your target. Right? TP1's probably something like this. Around here. The high is really, I wouldn't even stretch that. I would just probably go right to the high. That's still a hell of a move though. 52%, 500, 600%. I don't know. We'll see. That could take a long time to play out unless some really bad news comes out, which is always an option. Or some really good news. But either way, it can happen quick. But as long as these tariffs, I really think as long as these tariffs are like not set in stone, this whole, the whole China thing, once we iron that, and until they cut these rates, I don't know if we can really have this next leg up. Sorry, excuse me. The markets like to know what's going on. They don't really care. It doesn't necessarily matter what the news is or what's going on. They just want to know what's going on, right? Keep breaking down. Keep going down. Because this just really, really, really wants to go. Let's try this. It's not even going to behave a little bit here. That's way too much. I don't hate the way that curve looks. But that was just putting way too much time and effort into that. Let's just do. Let's go black with it. Let's go 2 with it. How do I make my, I want it to have an arrow. No, not me have an arrow. It have an arrow. How's the dot look? Now we'll stick with that. Well, I don't know. Hold on, let's see something quick. Let's see. I mean, I like an arrow, but why? Let's go the other way. Let's do, yeah. So wherever I start clicking is where I want it to. Okay, perfect. And it's fixed. Anyone else? Anything? How long are we even going for? I only want to go for like 30 minutes because then I got stuff to do. Money flow's looking healthy though. Let's play with something quick. Let's go. What's our super trend looking like? I haven't toggled that thing on in at least a year. Easy. See, I called it pretty damn good too. Flips green, you getting on the retest. Flips red, you getting on a retest. Doesn't always work that way, but the daily, a lot of uncertainty. Yeah, I don't know. We're clearly in an uptrend right now. The 30-minute. We're getting close. Yeah, but see, I kind of like this, right? Like if you wanted to, wrong one. So if you wanted to call something like this, we break, it flips, you get a retest, maybe a little more confluence. They drop to rip it right down to that low. Like same thing here, right? Boom, we flip I mean, it's an SFP, but we flip, we come back down into it. You know, you can, whoa, easy killer. I wouldn't kick that pull out of bed, but I'd probably go from like here. You could probably even go from here, but you see these candles, you drop down to that 1 or 2 minute, you get a flip, boom. I wonder if we do. Let's see something. You okay? Right, you're looking for this. I'd pull from this way. That's just how I do it. Does it work? I don't even remember what the price does. I just figured out another strategy. Live. I don't know. What was that? 5-1. What was I looking at? Why did I even consider that? Was it the hourly? 15? I forget what the fuck I was looking at. It's kind of the same thing, right? We're looking at the same thing. That flips bearish. Flips bearish, but yeah, it plays out, right? This is why market structure is the best. You got to use it. You got to use it. It rules everything. Other things can give you confluences to whether it's your style or your actual trade that you want to take, but it's the boss. It had to be on these higher time frames. Why don't I remember? Flip again, come down. I don't remember. I really don't remember how I was looking at how I found that. I mean, the 5 maybe? I don't know. Came down. It flipped. Whatever. Who knows? Let's go high to low. See what happens here. Whatever. Any hooser. You know, so it was just like that. We broke, turned green. You're looking for the retest inside. That's what it was. I see. Right, same thing here. Broke, retest, take it down. Do we get the flip for confirmation? All right, and this is all in the 30-minute, so just so everyone's aware. So I'm looking for the flip here. Okay. It's a weak flip. 2 minutes way down here, though. Like this just looks bad, right? It's all coming out. Do you take this? I don't know. Let's go to the 5. Because there's your entry, right? So if you come down, this is an internal break, dropped under the 4. Is it an external 4? It's an external 4. And you're like, all right, fuck it, I want this. And we come in, boom, 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 we break. Here's another retest. I don't know if we're going to go higher than that, but let's see. So there's a couple of trade options here. You could, no, wrong one. I'm going to place that there. Let me go down to the 1. Boom, boom, we break. We break again. A shitty break, though. It's a big break. 2 minute doesn't count, okay? We don't get one on the 2. 2 minute is bearish overall. This trend is still bearish. We come in, boom, boom, boom. We break. You either enter here or you're waiting for another retracement. That's a lot of retracements. That's really nice. And then let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of you. Let's see what we're actually looking at here. 1 minute. Let's move on. Where is my market structure? Did I? Yeah, okay, that's better. See, now it makes more sense. Boom. Let's get rid of this off. This ADE 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We break. We retest. We're looking for, even though it's not that clean. What's the two? Two internal. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. See, like the patience pays, right? Even though you're looking at a 2 minute, like we come right back up. So if you get, see, okay, look at this 1 minute curvature, right? You're in a retest zone. Look at this 1 minute curvature. We come in, you SFP, you come back up, you SFP, that SFP turns red. Maybe you're like, screw it. I'm going to enter right here. We're going to SFP the 786 maybe, right? It's going to be a different pull. It'd be this pull. It'd be golden pocket, if anything. It is not. We don't touch it. That's okay. You go there. Remember this whole thing right here. This is also a point of interest for me. We don't touch that either, though. Jerk. Maybe you can't win them all. Let's take off without you. One of those. You see this? I don't know. This will trigger. Maybe you don't even care. Maybe you're like, screw it. I just want in. And you get in somewhere down here. You got to cover this high. That's how you get these snipes, guys. Patience. And then this one you're looking at here, TP1 right here is a 21-1. And you zoom out, bigger picture. Up. We are in our short zone here. Fuck, I don't remember what the price does. I mean, 4 hours, I would say all the way down. I'd be looking right back down here. Yeah. I'd probably be looking here. TP1 there, TP2 somewhere in here, and then TP3, if not fully out down here somewhere. Maybe 4 TPs on this guy, because that's a ridiculous R&R. All right, we got stopped out. So there you go. Times it don't work. What we did, technical target, that's why you got to have that first TP. This is the first TP, right? Boom. 21-1. You can just take that as it is and say, screw it. That's technical target. The 30 minutes bleeding, but it doesn't always have to rip like that, right? So you go higher time frame, you see we swing fail it, maybe, all right, fuck this. We hit it at TP1. I see we were smacking off of it. Do we have a 1 minute change there too to go back up? Yeah, we do. The second you get that, you can be like, screw it, I'm out. I'm going to look for another short up high. Right, boom. We come back up. We could have grabbed it, right? Boom. Technical target, boom. You get another flip. Problem is, you got stopped out here, right? If you play the same game. But your risk management's right. I mean, you're risking 1% to make 21. You can lose 20 trades in a row. As long as you can replenish your funds, that is. Okay, this trade looks good, Jay. Hang on to this bad boy. I think that's all I got for you guys. I mean, it's pretty. It's pretty right there. It's Saturday. It's going to be slow, right? It's going to be slow. It may go up, may go down. It may just go do whatever it's going to do slowly, and then tomorrow you may wake up and say, "Oh, well, I fucking missed it." But whether it's up or down, I don't know. I'm getting a mixed bag here. Yeah, that was a hell of a snipe. What you could do on something like this too is pull it down towards that demand. Because if we break this, we're coming here. It's going to be a magnet. That's 2.5%. Sweet. Maybe a retest and the dump. Let's see what we got. Yes. Yeah. So if you're here, So, I mean, if we break this guy, right? I'm assuming you TP'd here already, but if we break it again, this is your next target, plus or minus. You can also pull a value area. You got an order block here, POC, maybe do something there, take some down here. Then if you zoom back out again, right? Especially if we break this low in the 4 hour, look for a 4 hour retest for then a continuation. Let's do the 4 hour, yeah. That way your TNP, you're gonna flip here, your TNP, take getting all the way out even maybe, but you come up here, you see the right stuff, you're back short again. TP1 is here. TP2 may be right here. You don't have to get the whole move. Like I said, I'm working on that myself every day. You don't need the whole move. You just need a fucking good one. You just need to make some money. Right. So if it goes a far way without me, and I can't find a bunch of trades with it, chase it. It's fine because there's enough times where I can chase them. But imagine catching this short and then riding it all the way back up. That's not cool. Take your profits, guys. All right. That's it. Baby's sleeping. Wife's eating breakfast. I'm gonna make myself another cup of coffee, and I may find the couch and put the YouTube on. I don't know. I'm kind of tired. I went fishing late last night, and now I'm tired. So, next TP 93.5. Value or low? No, you said 93. POC. Good. You got an order block here too. 1 hour order block. Can't tell if it's mitigated. I think it is, but my eyes are blurry. And we barely tapped it. I mean, I would still consider this POC to be potentially something for a hitch of some sort, right? Come down up. Just an option to come back down, but we can definitely bounce here for higher. Nice, Jay. Congrats, man. Good trade, brother. But yeah, back to my link quick before we go. I'm looking up here for a short. Period, end of sentence. We'll see what this retest does. Are we going to flip here? Right, we flipped. It's just a retest for a continuation. Retest to go, or is this just a retest for the retest to come up here for that retest? A lot of retest potential. Keep an open mind, guys. Open mind. Have your stop losses in place. Don't move them. Have a plan. Execute the plan. And go be with your families. That's what we're all here for, no? That and I want a boat. All right, guys. Appreciate y'all stopping by. Love yous.